Now we're going to go to D flat. Uh-oh, hold up. All right, how's it going, everyone? So I just sent out a few emails to let everyone know that we're live. And what we're going to do is, thought I'd pick up where we left off this morning. So for the all access group, we did 2 licks from Blues Volume 2. We did lick 3 and 4, and it was the last day of the last 3 keys for this week, A, B flat, and B. And then I did another session for everyone in another practice group of we did the Oscar Peterson lick, and we did a couple of licks from the Blues Shapes lick. That's just one of the examples in Get Into Blues Shapes course that is out now, of course, at iMusicAcademy.com, but also for the all access members. You guys are already doing that. So let's go ahead and do this. And if you're receiving this email and you have no idea what I'm talking about, look for the link that shows you, or I put a link in today's chart. We're going to do the first 5 notes of the blues scale, but there are a bunch of variations on just this first example in the course. And then I also want to show you guys, we'll let a few more people get in, and I want to show you guys the new all access part of iMusic Academy, which is so much fun. And so far the reviews of it have been amazing, but I want to give you guys a little virtual tour. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually in the access area, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the backing track again. This is just for this Blues Shapes course, and you get 8 measures in the key of C, and then it'll go up a half step. So let's just warm up by doing the Oscar Peterson lick. And I'll let everybody download that chart for the other example we're going to do today. So all you do is take your C major scale, and you guys know I like to teach the major scale: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, and there are ways that I get you spelling it going up and back down. I think both are important. But this simple lick, just to get the mind going, get the fingers going, is the 4th note of the major scale, so C up to F. Put your second finger there and put your pinky on the top for the root of whatever chord you're in. So in this case, we're doing a C7 first, and all you're going to do is give me that, and then your thumb on the minor 3rd of a C major scale, and just go back and forth with that. And one little addition that we put for this simple example is this, and all that is a C minor, right? It takes this idea from our blues chord to da-da-da-da-da-dum. Now, if you're playing a C7 chord and you have the bass players on a C and you're playing these notes E and B flat, well, when you put da-da-da-da-da-dum, so you go da-da-da-da-dum, that puts a nice chord, a C7 sharp 9 kind of sound, which sounds really nice. So there's a little bit of tension there, but this is a very simple concept. So I'm going to turn on the backing track and let's get to practicing. Here we go. We're in the key of C. And as you come in, make sure you like this video. Let's get some likes. That's a way to check in. All right, now we're going to go up to D flat. So I have the 4th note and the root, and the minor 3rd. Here we go. Da 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 da. No, so there's my C sharp. Now we're going to go to D. When we go to D, we had the 4th note and the root. Da 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 da. There's my D minor, right? Let's do it again. Da 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 da. Now we're going to go to E flat. There's my root on top. There's my E flat minor. Went down to the flat 7 now, E major. my E minor. All you do is think about whatever chord I'm on. There's the tonic on top and the fourth note going down to the minor third. All right, now F should be really comfortable for you guys. You can do any kind of rhythm you want. F sharp minor, or F sharp now. I'm going to use F sharp on top and the fourth note to the minor third. And there's my F sharp minor. Now G should be really comfortable. G's on top, fourth note of the scale, and there's your minor third of a G major scale, right? Now A flat. I'm thinking of the fourth note of an A flat scale, and there's my minor third. A major, same thing. I'm going to go down the octave now. There's my minor, A minor, right? So there's my root, and there's the fourth note, there's the minor third. Now we're going to B flat, okay? So there's the B flat, there's the fourth note of a B flat scale, and there's the minor third, right? Now we're going to go to B. So I'm using B as the root on top. There's the fourth note and the minor third. Then it goes back to C. Let's just finish out with that. That's a nice, simple way to warm up. Let me turn that track off 1 second. All right, very cool. All right, how's everybody doing? I see we have 4 people watching. If you're enjoying this, if you're excited about today, then go ahead and leave a like there and say hello. If you can say hello in the chat. And then just when we get to about 8 people or so, I'm going to give you guys a very quick tour of the all access thing, and I think you're going to love it. So thank you for hanging out. Now let's do another lick. For you guys that are here from the emails that I sent out, all I did is send you the all access Get Into Blues Shapes Volume 1. I sent you the very first PDF, which has the first 5 notes of the blues scale. Right, this is your first shape, but right away we start talking about. Actually, let me pull up the membership and actually go to the chart, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What's up, Dean? You're back. What's up, Memphis? All right, so here's what we're going to do. You guys in the email, just download that chart if you got the email from iMusicAcademy. But now I want to switch cameras here. 1 second. Let's see if it'll pull up. There it is. Okay. So we have 16 people that are in the all access membership, which I'm so thrilled that we launched this last week. And but let me just show you. I don't want to tell you so much about it. I'd rather be showing you. So here we go. When they get into the access, let me switch my camera so I can see this. Okay. As soon as they click, they're automatically in. So we have, this is fun. I'll do a quick tour at first. You have Blues Volume 1, which all you had to do is hit play and you're good. You can do the slow down the speed all the way down to crazy slow, just like you can in YouTube. And then if you want to look at all the charts, you just hit charts, boom, they're all here. and I could just click on any chart, it'll pull up, or I could do the iPad versions down here. Like, let me just click on it to show you what I mean. iPad versions, let me blow this up just a little bit. Look really great on your iPads and things. So anyway, all the licks, all the fingerings, whatever. Okay, so let me go back. I hit the back browser, and then here are all the individual charts. But if I hit the back browser again, I'm back in the membership area. And I'm just going to go down, and I'm going to scroll down to get to what we need. Okay, so then you have the Blues Volume 2, Volume 3. You have the Easy Jazz Piano, all the charts there. The longer jazz piano version. My favorite course, 50 Days to Flying Fingers. And watch what happens when you click that. So you click it, and there you go, is the private list to all of the 50 days. Every single lesson is a technique lesson. It can be jazz, classical, all kinds of things that are really, really good for your fingers. And then, let me go back. I'm hit the back button. Takes me right back to the membership area. So we really have never left the membership area. And then, watch this. If I hit PDFs, I go here, and here are all the 50 Days to Flying Fingers PDFs all the way down, and then there's an organized PDF that has all of them straight down the page, which I'm so excited about. All right, let me keep going down the membership area. Here is Get into Blues Shapes for my members. You already have this. It's free, no big deal. If anybody's not interested in becoming a member, that's fine too. I totally support you guys no matter what, but it's $20 right now in the store, but for all my members it's free, of course. And here are all the blues shapes. Now I'm going to click on that in just a minute, but I want to show you 2 or 3 more things. Christmas tips. I've been uploading Christmas tips, and people are loving the jazz side of things. Here is the Blues All Key Workout that you get absolutely free. So we did the Blues Volume 1 in all keys last month. So if I click that, you get every single video that we did, all 20 videos that take you through every lick in Blues Volume 1 in every key, which I'm proud of everybody. We had 40 people sign up for that last month. All right, I'm going to scroll back down here. We're currently in Blues Volume 2 in all keys. And we just finished week 2. Hold up, my mouse is acting weird. Let me scroll back down and let me stop here. And the latest thing I added was we have iMusic backing tracks for success. The same thing that I just clicked on for us to jam out to. Okay, so let me go back. And I'm going to go to the chart we need. Right here, this is the Blues Shapes course, and so it's a 58-minute video of all the different shapes we use for easy blues soloing success, and that's what we're doing right now, kind of working through that. But this is shape 1, and this is variations. Let me blow this up so you can see what we're doing here. I'll show you what we're going to focus on. So the very first thing is shows you this pattern here, like the 5-finger blues pattern that I like for you guys to know. And then we put the bass line with it. And then as we start to go down, there are all kinds of variations just on the 5-note pattern in this first example. But the one I want to focus on is this right here, this one right here. And what we're doing is, so you have the first 5 notes of the blues scale. Oh, let me turn my camera back on. The mistake that I've made many live sessions is to forget to turn that off. So, yeah, the first 5 notes of the blues scale. And I want you to do this. I'll just do right hand only. So, root, minor third, root, tritone. And the last part of the lick is the tritone again. So we have root, minor third, root, tritone. So my 4th finger is on the tritone. And then I do tritone, and then on the minor third. All right, now, isn't this a nice thing that is if you put your hand in this shape, first 5 notes of the blues scale, you have tons of options right there. And as I take my hand off the keyboard and I put it back, my hands are sitting over every note. Doesn't matter if I go to G, my hand is in a specific shape because over every note, because I practice this. And the same thing I like to teach is I want to give you options right away that you don't even have to think about it, and you can actually focus on your melodic ideas and even left-hand ideas when you're not even having to think about it. And this is just the very first shape. So let me turn on the track and then let's jam over that. And I'll check the chat here in just a second. Let me see what Dean says here. Dean, that's so awesome. Dean, did you get, hold on. Thank you, Dean. That makes me really happy. I was wondering who's going to be my 17th person to sign up. Dean, I am very happy. My biggest concern now is I want to make sure that you get access. Your email, they automatically send you an email, and then it's like one or two clicks and you're in the membership area. So can you confirm that, Dean? That would be awesome. That makes me really happy. Thank you, Dean. Dean is not only a good friend, but Dean's been a student of mine. Private lessons taken from me. Literally, there was a season this last couple of years where we were doing lessons pretty much every week. And when people take lessons from me, $60 an hour is the same exact amount that I pay if I was taking a lesson with somebody else. But I wanted to make it more affordable, and so instead of people like students of mine like Dean, I'm asking even my private students, don't do a $60 a week. I'd rather you do $47 a month and get access to everything. You guys know I do lives every day. It's focused, practiced, and we have so much material, but it's very focused, right? And so if there's ever a financial need, if somebody's watching this, email me, Bob at iMusicAcademy, and we'll talk through it, okay? So I don't want a financial reason be to keep you from studying music and learning what you love. Bob at iMusicAcademy.com. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, Dean, it's really simple, but after this live, make sure you follow up with me. All it is you got an original email, and it says, let me pull up mine real quick. All right, yeah, I'm going to show, I think I can show you this to you guys. Let's see. Let me switch the camera. Well, it'll mess up the other thing, but all it says is, Dear Bob, you have signed up for an account on iMusic Academy. It puts your original email, your password, and all you do is click log in and you're in. And it keeps you logged in. I've been doing lessons over the last 3 or 4 days with you guys of the new site, the back-end site, and it keeps me logged in. And even on my phone, and Dean, I'll go ahead and tell you this as well. So all you do is once you log in, and even from your email on your iPhone or any kind of smartphone that you have, go to your email and you hit login, it logs you in, and then all I do is act as if I was going to share that link with somebody. You hit in the bottom, and instead of share, you do add to home screen. So now it's like an icon, like an app icon that I just click on, and I'm in the membership area, and it is so smooth on the iPhone. It's really cool. Okay, here we go. Let's practice. I'm going to start it over again, and first we're going to warm up with just the first 5 notes a couple times of the blues scale. So right hand only. What's up, Daniel? Okay, now we're going to go up to C sharp, right? Now, your hand is going to start to recognize this shape. I don't even have to look at the keyboard. I can put up there, and every note is ready to go. right, now we're going to go to D. Same thing. Get into that shape. Now here's that idea. Let's do that on the next one. Now get ready for E flat. Here we go. Listen. 2 and 3 and 4. Remember I said root to minor third, right? And then the tritone, there it is. Fourth finger is going to be on the tritone every time, right? Let's go to E and it'll be the same thing, all right? So listen, root to minor third, tritone, tritone. Again, 2 and 3. Now we're going to go to F, right? My hand's already in that shape. Here we go. And if you visualize and think about root to minor third, and then there's your tritone. Now we're going to go to F sharp. Who told you you couldn't play an F sharp? It wasn't me, I promise. Everybody can play an F sharp. Here we go again. Tritone, tritone. Now G is going to feel really comfortable. And 1 and 2 and ready, go. Again. Now what about A flat? Get into that shape. Same thing applies. Here we go. Tritone. Or maybe I just want to spend time going through the shape. This is what I call automatic pilot. It's a good exercise for the fingers. Now we're going to go and make sure we know the A blues scale, right? Now listen, we'll do the tritone lick. Here we go. Now B flat, we go ahead and get into our shape. It's the first shape of the chorus. Here we go. Root, minor, third, tritone. All right, let me stop it really quick. Well, actually, we need to finish it out, don't we? Let's do it again. Guys, you are playing in all keys, right? Let's get the blues scale. Here we go. Tritone. Sing along even if you feel like you can't sing. Nobody cares, right? All right, and let's end on C. And then I have a lot to tell you. Stop it real quick. All right, a couple of really fun things is that several of the emails that I've been getting from our 17 members now, thank you, Dean, is that people are saying, I really used to only practice in C, and now I'm actually practicing in all keys. So that makes me really happy. And what I want to do now is just do a review of what we did this morning, and then catch you guys up there. And then if anybody received an email from me just a little while ago, print out this chart, and I'm going to put up the chart again that we're working from right now. Change my camera angle. I'm in the membership area now, and I'm going to, so backing tracks are all in here. Blues all keys 2 workout. Dean, so you'll get to catch up with all those. Blues Volume 1, I know you're in, and Blues Volume 2, you have a week's worth to catch up, plus actually almost 2 weeks worth to catch up with, but you're super talented, so I'm not worried about that. Christmas tips, there's a whole series coming on that. All right, guys, so get into Blues Shapes. You just click on this folder, and of course all your charts come up. And let me show you once again this variation. Let me blow it up. Okay, so let's talk about just a few of these. So maybe you're a beginner and you're not used to playing in all keys, and I'm showing you these simple shapes. I mean, this is shape 1 in the course, right? And look at the second example. We're talking about quarter notes. Now, even that, as you transpose, you're doing a lot of things. You're working your fingers, you're working your ear, and you guys know that I don't just teach you, ultimately I don't just teach you shapes. I like to teach the theory behind it, and we do that in the course. I don't just sit here and say, hey, play these notes. I say, all right, C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. How do you come up with the C scale? I like for you guys to be able to say it going up and back down, and then we really work on learning the theory behind everything, in addition to learning simple shapes and things. Okay, so shape 1 has a whole PDF on just variations from these shapes, from shape 1. So we see this example has. All right, the very next one, so this example, which I love that feel right there. This one right here. I know you can't see my fingers right now. I'll go back to it in just a second. The piano view. The next example, this one has this, which works so well. Just listen for a second. The relative minor, right, down from C major, you have this. So if I wanted to practice this in all keys, all I have to do is go 3 notes down from my root, go up a half step, up a half step. Okay, so that's one specific example. Look at the very next example, the tritone, which when I think about Oscar Peterson doing all these cool things, tritone, that's this one right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. The next one, the next one is, I like that. And this one is next one is tritone again. Let's see. All right, now I'm going to show you a couple other things. Let me go back here and let's go to one other example. All right, let's look at shape 2. Shape 2 is the top half of the blues scale, right? The top half has this right here, the 5th note of a C major scale. Oh, let me change my camera. So the second shape has the top 4 notes of the blues scale. So the first part, F sharp, there's your tritone. That helps you lock in where that tritone is. And the top half of the blues scale, 5 of the C major scale, flat 7, root, and minor 3rd. Why is this important? Because this shape has tons of things you can do, right? All kinds of ways you can order those notes and connect to shape 1, right? Which completes the blues scale and actually adds the minor 3rd on top. I love the sound of right? And then let's say if you go up to D flat, now that's another shape. So you start to get to where it doesn't matter what key you're in. What happens if you go up to D? same thing. 5 of the key, flat 7, your root, and your minor third. Well, here's a fun thing about this specific shape. So, guys, let me make sure I have the camera doing the right thing. Make sure it's live. I don't think it's live right now. Yeah, it's been a while. Good to see you from Atlanta. All right, so check this out, guys. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's good to see you guys. So with this shape too, you have your middle finger on the root, and it goes up to the minor third. How cool is that right there? So if I started the track over, and my hand's in this 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. So my middle finger is kind of saying, helps me identify the shape. What happens when I go to E flat? There's the root. What about this? There we go. See how my hand is even staying in a shape right there? Isn't that crazy? It's very simple, right? Very simple. All right, let me try it again. Let me turn on the track. This is the track that goes with the Blues Shapes course, right? Very simple. And what we're going to do is we go. And you can use 3, 5 if you want on top, or you can use 4. I kind of like 4 there. Now watch what happens when I go up to D flat. Is this Desi? Let me make sure I have my names right. All right, D. Isn't it cool there that as I put my hand on that shape, the top half of the blues scale, that is my root, which would of course connect to the next blues scale, right? What about E flat minor? Yeah, man, it's great to see you. Right there, all those notes are going to work, and I could connect to the next scale if I wanted. What about F minor? So all these emails that I'm getting from the Access members, you guys are saying I'm actually playing in all keys, and I'm telling you, nobody, like, who told you couldn't play an F sharp? What about G minor? Yeah, yep, you're right. That's a good thing, Dean. What about A flat minor? A minor, here we go. Now watch how easy that connects to the first 5 notes of the 5 or 4 notes of the blues scale, right? What about B flat minor? Here we go. Now sometimes I'm doing this not to impress you, just to show you like how easy it is once you get into the shape. But what we really need to be doing, and including me, is being more simple with it and really thinking melodically, right? Let's go back to C and finish it out. I went to pentatonic for a second, but let me stop it and just say something really important. So as you learn these shapes and even the first 5 notes of the blues scale, it's going to start to open up your creativity, you doing your own thing. I want to give the example that I gave this morning because I love this kind of example. Is Dwight, who is one of my students. You guys know about the Dwight Lick, right? Dwight, we were having a lesson one time with the first 5 notes of the blues scale. We were doing it in a jazz context. Jazz and blues work really well together. And Dwight was playing several things, and I said, hey, make sure you get that tritone in there. You know, that has such a neat sound there. And then he did. And then I said, all right, in the flat 7, so sometimes you guys will hear me go, getting down to that flat 7 of the scale. And Dwight did this right during the lesson. He was like, boom, let's see, boom. Da, 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 da. So he did this 1 and 2 and 3 and then we started going on. He kept doing. I said, "Wait, Dwight, when you come up with something that really makes really sets the groove and it's really melodic and there's some nice tension in there," I said, what you just did, I would just play nothing but that for a while and just let that sink in, and it became the Dwight Lick. And I said, Dwight, that lick is going to be famous, and it actually is in my Blues Volume 4, which isn't even released yet, but I'm going to start putting the PDFs, which are already done. I'm going to actually upload those this weekend to the All Access group, and you guys are going to love those. Now, the Dwight Lick goes right to the tritone, and then it goes 4th, minor 3rd, and then flat 7 in root, right? So root up the tritone. Now in D flat, there's my tritone. So all you have to do is go tritone, da, da. So there's my tritone. My first 5 notes of the blues scale, and all those notes are a part of those first 5 notes, except for the last one, which is the flat 7. And I go down to the flat 7 and in there. So no matter what key I'm in. Tritone. Very cool. So just like Dwight came up with that lick and many others that are his licks that he came up with, you guys can do the same thing. You start experimenting, and one of the ways you do it is getting confidence by repetition and repeating these things that we do every day, right? All right, any questions on anything? I'm going to keep going here. We're going to keep connecting some things. And let me do a little review of one of the other shapes that I put in this volume is the C6 lick that is in Blues Volume 1, right? Actually, this lick is also in Blues Volume 2, the extended version. So you have this. So we already we're on week 2 of Blues Volume 2 in all keys. So in that specific course, and again, it's free for my all access group, is imagine every single day you wake up getting to practice and going through all these things in all keys. Let's just demonstrate on an easy level. We're going to do Blues Volume 1 C6 lick, which is part of the shapes course. And when we transpose, right now we're doing 8 bars and we go into the next key. But here's what I want to encourage you, is right now you're getting a flyover version of, hey, we're going up a half step and we're in D flat now, D. But that's this is the quick way I've already been teaching you version of how we do this. This is on the fly. I don't just show you how to do the shapes. I want you to know you are in D flat major. D flat is D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, D flat, C, B flat, A flat, G flat, F, E flat, D flat. And I always remind people every week, we're in D flat major now. D flat is. D major is 2 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. And what is happening is we're getting some people that are encouraged in our group. Some other fun things. By the way, thank you to everybody who's been popping into this group session. Thank you for the 6 people watching, 7, whatever. Thank you for the likes. It helps me know that you guys are checked in and enjoying this. So one thing I just did today, there's always something new every day, is I created the WhatsApp group for the All Access members, and I sent you guys a link. So this is going to be a great way for us to keep communicating. Zoom, I'm in the process of setting up the Zoom classes, so stay tuned for those. But you guys know I do lives pretty much every day, and sometimes multiple times a day. All right, let's do the C6 lick in all keys. If this is over your head, I still want you to just pay attention, because these fingerings I'm showing you, let's say just for this one example, is a slide key. For this lick, you either have a slide key, so it's just the triad with the 6th note, and then your hand opens up a little bit to get to the octave. 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. And when you go to D flat, you're hammering on the minor third to the major third of the scale. And I go to my 4th and 5th fingers on the A flat and the B flat. That's the 5th note and the 6th note of a D flat scale. And then I open up my hand and I'm on the octave. Okay? When I go to D, it's another hammer-on key, because I'm having to hammer on to the major third. There's the triad, there's the 6th, and there's the octave. So as we go through that, know that there are only 2 fingerings for this specific example in all keys. So let's go ahead and do that now. Again, if you're enjoying this, let me know. Say hello in the chat, and or leave a like, or both. But it's great to see all of you. Desi, it's been a while, and it's so glad to have you hanging out here with us. All right, here we go. C6 lick. Or you could go up to the flat 7. All right, now we go to D flat. I'm already thinking about it. D flat scale. So notice that I'm hammering onto that major third. D major, here we go. And I'm just going up to the minor third. All right, here we go. E flat, slide key. Maybe you don't have a lot of time to practice today. You just have a few minutes. This is a great example to do, right? Focus practice. All right, E major, here we go. I'm thinking about that triad, hammering on, and there's my 6th note. And I can go up to that minor third of the scale. Boom, boom, ba, 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 ba. All right, F major, here we come. 2 and 3 and 4. sharp. Who said we couldn't play an F sharp? I'm hammering on that note. All right, G's gonna feel really good to you guys. Here we go. All right, now A flat, I'm gonna have to hammer on. All right, A major, here we go. All right, B flat, here we come. B major, here we go, hammer on. When I get to here, there's the sixth note, open up my hand just a little bit and get to that octave, right? Now we're gonna end on C, here we go. Stop for just a second. All right, let me know in the chat if you're understanding how much success you can have with learning to play in all keys if you can think about a bite-sized portion and these shapes. And to me, it really makes a lot of sense. And I'm learning a lot just by digging into the shapes idea even more, because I'm kind of learning from you guys what works and what's most helpful. And your emails and even text to me are really they're really helpful, because it helps me adjust and pivot along the way and make sure I'm not going too fast for you guys. All right, let's pull up another. Let's do one other lick, and then we'll connect them all together. Before I pull up the other lick, another lick, let me just remind you of a couple of the shapes that we did this morning and how you can connect these ideas. So let's say you're working on the C6 lick, right? And then you also have this, the Oscar Peterson that we did this morning, right? Now watch what happens here. This is gold right here, guys. Not for me, but for you guys. This is gold. Actually, for all of us. But as I'm teaching these shapes, if you did this Oscar Peterson lick right here, right? I want you to sing it too, to where you kind of own it, make it your own. Now, what am I doing right there? I'm connecting to shape 2, right? The Layla scale for Dean, right? So we have, and then I could keep going down. So then it's turning into kind of just a scale pattern, right? However, this helps break it up, and I can do this. What is that? That's the first 4 notes of the A blues scale, right? That is the relative minor blues scale. You have C major. You can play that scale. That works really awesome. You go down 3 half steps and play the first 4 notes of the A blues scale. How cool is that? So you just connect even just those 2 ideas, the Oscar Peterson idea Okay, and then you have this. So if you're in D flat, and remember that I said to get into that shape too, your middle finger tells you the key. Isn't that amazing and awesome? All right, now let's say that, all right, thank you, Bob, for these tracks that we have to jam out with, but let's give it a different look. One thing I'm going to do, I'm going to switch the camera just again to the membership area. I am so excited that we now have 17 people. Thank you, Dean, for signing up. Dean's going to get a special shout out. I always give a shout out on all my emails in text form and audible. I'll do it today as well. I'm going to read out the 17 names that we have in the group. But before we do that, let me pull up the membership area. I'm on the wrong thing, I think. Let's see. Okay. Now, for anybody who's just joining, just watch this. I'll do the fast version. So, it's starting the chorus. Hold on. Boom. Okay. So, once you're in the membership area, and it's so easy to do. Dean just signed up. He has a link that says, welcome, Dean, to iMusicAcademy. Here's your password. Here's your login link. You click the button on your email. It logs you in, and it doesn't log you out either. And it's super easy to add to your smartphone. And I've been doing it myself on my smartphone. It's so easy. But you get access to Blues Volume 1, all the charts, with a click of a button, Blues Volume 2, all the charts, Blues Volume 3, all the charts, Easy Jazz Piano with all the charts. And let me just say something about this. This is important. So in my Easy Jazz course, and by the way, I put the 44-minute version as well in there. It just picks up where the first version left off. But let me show you this. I'm going to click on it right now. This is when I talk about how blues and jazz work well together. Watch this. And this Easy Jazz course is so awesome for me as a teaching method, because I first teach, look at that, the first 5 notes of the blues scale. That's lesson 1. Let me see if I can just easily get to, if I hit this arrow. Lesson 2 has your 2-note comping chords to go with that. You see that? E and B flat, those are called your guide tones. Lesson 3, you're already in 3-note jazz comping voicings, these right here. So these chords that sound great, and jazz professionals use them all the time. Then you have a lick on example 4, and then watch what happens on lesson 5 in 25 minutes. Okay, this is my favorite PDF of this course. Is that the first thing is we talk about the D minor voicing. So I'm playing a walking bass line. It shows you the fingerings, everything, using these guide tones. So then you scroll down, and then the next one you're doing 3-note voicing, which already sounds very full. Shows you how to do the fingerings, and of course I teach this in the video. And then look at the next one. It has Bill Evans voicings, 4-note voicings for the right hand, which, oh, by the way, you can play with your left hand when you're soloing and learning these ideas. Okay, so let me get out of there. I'm going to hit the back arrow a couple of times, and it'll take me right back to the membership area. Which, honestly, I say this a lot, but this has been a dream of mine to be able to have a membership site area. All right, guys, so my favorite course, which you'll have to check out, 50 Days to Flying Fingers. It will totally transform your technique like you never thought you could have. If you click on that link or the picture, it takes you to the private 50 Days to Flying Fingers, and you're flying through these things. It's classical, jazz, it's boogie woogie, you name it. But each lesson is, there's a lot I could say about that. And let me go back a couple more things. All right. Also, of course, all of the charts are there, which they're amazing. They show all the fingerings and everything. Get into blues shapes. Right now, this is my newest course that I put up on iMusic Academy. It's like $20 right now. I have it on sale. But for my all access members like Dean, who just signed up, boom, Dean, it's all yours, all 58 minutes. I teach all the shapes, and here are all the charts, all 13 charts that go along with the blues shapes, major to minor third. And so here's shape 10A and 10B. So I want to click on this. Let's just look at one of the shapes. Let's actually talk about it real quick. Okay. Hope you guys can see this. Now, if you see, I'm going to play it first, and then I'll show you the shape, okay? So you have this. Or now, in the right hand, that may or may not seem like that is easy for you guys. But I'm going to show you how easy it is. Now, before I take this camera off, Christmas, I've already started adding Christmas videos for you guys. Blues access and all keys workout. All you have to do is click right there and you get access to the 20 different videos we did over 5 weeks that tell you how to play blues volume 1 in every lick and every key over a 5-week period. Now we're on blues 2, all keys workout. So we currently have 17 people that are enrolled in that because they're all access members. And you guys know that all you have to do is click on there and you'll see the next video for the next day. And then the last thing that I've updated, the most recent thing, is the iMusicAcademy backing tracks for success. Now, we just did the all access backing track number 1 and the C blues shuffle and drums, bass, and U, and there's D flat. So here's what you might want to do if you want to work on C, F, and G, right? Just a C blues. Let me turn the volume up on that. And we'll do this exercise. I will turn off the camera there, and so you guys can see my hands again. Okay, so this shape example, it's a C7 chord, and all you do, now I'm on an F7, and all you're going to do, I need to stop it in order to teach this. 1 second. All right, so this example, C7 chord, right? 1, 3, 5, and flat 7 of a C scale, right? And then all you're going to do is raise your index finger by a whole step. Boom. And now you're on the tritone and the B flat. And you hold that top note. 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then it's a triplet feel lick. 1 and then. And then I go to the 4 chord, which is the F chord in second inversion. 1 and then 2. See how that works right there? There's another way to look at it in terms of your shape, is that these 2 top notes are going down by a half step. So you have this 1 and then 2 and then the very last part of the lick is just minor third to major third triad. Now, in our Blues Volume 1 course, for example, we did this in every single key. We do 3 keys a day, so you'll be able to start off as an all access member, and you start on day 1 and you get this lick. It might be Tuesday or Wednesday whatever of that week, whatever we did, but it's teaching this shape, how to get into that shape, and also this is C major, right? What happens if you're in D flat? Well, I teach you guys the scales to make sure you understand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the scale, and you teach you how to do a D flat major 7, a D flat 7 chord. And then how did I say you get into it? Well, you go up by a whole step, and then I do the 4th chord of a D flat blues. So we have this. Then it's minor third to major third, and you end on the triad. So several of these licks that are in the blues shapes course, I do in all keys in these all keys workouts. So anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there for fun. But let's turn on the track and just jam very simply along with that idea. So I find my C7. Here we go. Now F, same thing. Back to Oscar Peterson. So even though I went to F, you can stay on that C version because of the tension there and the notes. They share a lot of the same notes. All right, let's do the C6 lick with that. Let me stop it real quick. Kind of important news. Now, when you go through a lot of these ideas, just because you change to F and G doesn't always mean that you go to that next lick in the same key. In other words, I don't go from C blues scale to all of a sudden, oh, I'm on F now, I have to do an F. No, that's going to sound bad. I want you to be able to play in all keys, but if you're in the C blues scales, a lot of these chords will work as you change to F and G. Often they'll work and sound great when you change to the key, but sometimes you just want to stay in that key of C, right? If you're in a C blues. Let me give you a simple example. Is that if I use the first 5 notes of blues scale and I'm going to go down and do the relative minor, the A minor first 4 notes of the A minor blues scale. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3. Even though I go to F, because it's the flat 7 of F, even on G, it's the sharp 5 or the flat 13, flat 7, sharp 9. All right, you get the idea? And 2 and 3, just C minor. Now let me give you an example of a lick that will work the third up to the root, right? Again. Now watch when I go to F, it will work to go to the third of F. See? Now when I go to G, I'm going to go to the third of G. Third of F. Third of C. right there, right? Yeah, so let me finish up by just saying this. So to our all access group, this week we did these two lick. Well, we did jazz lick, and the other one we did is this. So it's like. So you have the C6 lick part of it, but you have this other idea. It's not a part of the shapes course, but it's a part of the blues volume 2 workout. So guys, make sure that if you're in the all access group, try to do today's lesson that I sent out this morning that finishes up the last 3 keys of those 2 licks. And then next week we start on week 3 of blues volume 2. Thank you for the emails that you've been sending me. Thank you everybody for hanging out today and talking about music and your support and everything. Any questions before I sign off? I'll give you guys like a minute or two to say whatever you want to say, and then we will I'll see you in the next video, which will be Sunday today. Sunday, not tomorrow. Well, I have to give my shout outs while I'm letting you guys say anything. Let's see. Whoa, you guys are blowing my mind. We had another person sign up. This is really awesome, guys. So, shout out to Brad. Is Brad on the line? That is so cool. All right. I want to know if Brad's on. That takes us up to 18 people that are actually all access members. There's a funny joke that my dad's not even a member of this. My dad is the kind of guy that buys, like, sometimes I'll just be checking my email and I'll see where my dad bought 4 or 5 of my courses that he's already purchased like 10 times. He is a piano player though. But anyway, sometimes people don't understand this new change of the model of what we're doing. That's okay. But I've always wanted to do a membership site, and there is a lot of expenses that have gone into this of just to have iMusicAcademy. And, I've created courses, but I've always dreamed of having a back-end site. Awesome, Dean. So the big investment I made, which some people don't understand, but for me it was good, is to do the membership kind of situation, and it's with a startup company that I really like. I like this startup company, but anyway. It's so fun to be able to just click on all of our material and it be right there. I mean, I am so thankful to have been, selling the blues courses, and I hate the word sell, but it is what it is. I've been providing those for years, since 2016, maybe I started doing that. And you guys always got the charts manually. I mean, like a digital download, and you get the videos. But this is so much different. Now, this is not only do you guys you have access to this, but I have more things coming, in that I chopped up all the videos, Blues Volume 1 through 3. So there are private playlists coming that have. Not only can you watch them inside the app there, but you can also watch. I just want to go to lesson 3 from volume 3. Anyway, so. But anyway, all right. Here come the shout outs. I'm talking too much, but I'm super excited. So I wanted to I'll give Brad a shout out as well. All right, let me pull up an email. This is something I'm going to keep doing because I really care about every single person that's able to be a part of this. All right, here we go. Thank you. These are my all access members. And if anybody else wants to be a member of that, right away you get all your downloads. I think I have it still set up to where you get the manual downloads of the automatic downloads of Blues Volume 1 through 3 with all the charts, just like you always have. But this is, in addition to that, you get access right away to the all access thing, and you won't even want to worry about the other links because they're all right here. But here we go. So if anyone wants that, just go to iMusic Academy and go to the all access membership. Right now, instead of buying the Blues bundle, which is on sale for like 3 more days of just the hard copies of it, it's like $44. Well, for $47, you can join the membership, and I think you're going to be really happy being a part of this. But here we go. Thank you, Ken, Stan, Peter, Wayne, Vicky, Claire, Denise, William, Ian, Carl, Patty, Leo, John Boy, Nico, Dave P, Dave W, Brad, and Dean. That's awesome. All right, I'm excited. I'm going to go work on some other content. The next thing that's coming, you guys already know. Actually, lots of things are coming at the same time because most of it's already done. I'm going to put up Blues Volume 4 charts into the membership area. And also, people have been telling me they liked my idea of the blues bassline course. So instead of just this, we have other, they're all the licks in the left hand. It's this next course will be mostly based on training the left hand in different bass lines. But also in the right hand, just one example, and it's Blues Volume 1, Example 1. So here's the example in a nutshell of how it's going to work. So of course we'll do a reminder of the 8th note pattern. Okay, then we'll do the quarter note pattern. Here's the New Orleans pattern. Here's this. There's Boogie Woogie. There are all kinds of patterns that we're going to do. And even I'm even going to throw some jazz patterns in as well. So I'll just keep adding to that. All right, guys. 1 minute and I'm signing off. I'm actually going to mean it this time. Y'all have made my day, though, by signing up and trusting me through this process because we are getting somewhere. Keep emailing me. Dean, you can email me, of course, anytime. We're friends on WhatsApp, and I'm adding you to our practice group as well. And Brad, I want to connect with you again, with you for sure. Make sure you guys are both set up and you're in the membership area. There's one other thing that I wanted to mention to you guys. Let me see if I can remember what it is. I think it has to do with one of our courses. It'll come to me, but this is more information that you guys need to know right now. But during the pandemic, this is kind of interesting to me. During the pandemic, I had this idea over the span of like 2 days maybe of writing out very simple transposable patterns. Okay, very simple. What I mean by simple is I mean accessible, that can be transposed in all keys. Okay, because a lot of times if you're going to play a lick and it goes all over the place, the thought of playing it in all keys seems like too hard of a task. But here's what I did: is I literally wrote out. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to get out the sheet music, but it's just page after page of handwritten. You could use this lick, and I think the very first one I did was. Giant steps. You guys know that, right? So you have da 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 da, right? So in that pattern right there has B major. You guys have heard that, right? And this idea of learning that pattern is an all keys kind of situation that you can do. And you learn it in all keys. And then I did everything from that to this idea of the blues scale pattern to very simple bebop ideas and everything. So that's coming. You guys are going to like that. And I think we're going to do that together. We're going to do these very, very easy transposable patterns. All right. 30 seconds and I'm out. I have this feeling we're going to get to 20 by the end of the weekend. That's my goal. Maybe my dad will be one of those. All right, guys, have a good one. Proud of each one of you. Love connecting with all of you. Desi, good to see you. Dean, always great to see you. Daniel, good to see you. Memphis, good to see you. Vicky, always good to see you. And anybody else who's just been hanging out, I appreciate you guys very much. Email me for anything, bob@iMusicAcademy.com. I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you guys Sunday night. I'm going to do a stream. Sunday.